I cannot support the appointment of David Taylor to the ABC. David, when the ABC committee was first formed, David stood in opposition to the formation of the committee. David has sued this board twice. We rely on the ABC for information that will guide us in making the most important decisions that we do, and I have no confidence in Mr. Taylor.
All right.
May I have a point of discussion about Mr. Taylor's appointment.
Yes.
My concern is more fundamental. It's the conflict of interest to have someone serving on the ABC who is has a child working in the school district, who's an employed by our school district. So somebody like if my husband was working for Oyster River, I think that could be construed as a conflict of interest. So, you know, I have no issue with Mr. Taylor serving on other committees. I know he serves on the long-range planning. That's fine, but I do feel that it is you know, his son works for our district, and I think we're going to be, obviously, this is going to be a year we're going to be talking about resources in different departments, tough decisions.
It's a part-time.
It's nevertheless.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think it's a conflict of interest. I don't see any of us, you know, none of our spouses or children work for the district. So that's my main issue. I have no issue with his serving on other committees, but that to me is a conflict.
Thank you. Further discussion? Ann?
Last year, the board was faced, as we will be this year, with extremely difficult budget decisions. And board members made presentations last year. They promptly found themselves on YouTube in a higher quality video than we can find on the TV set, representing these board members in quite a disparaging way, and they were put on YouTube by Mr. Taylor. So my fear is, as we approach this budget season, are we all subject to his scrutiny of being put on YouTube if he doesn't like our recommendations of the budget? I question his intentions.
Okay. Further discussion? Are we ready for a vote?
I'm just not knowing personalities well, but I see the members that want to be on the ABC committee as a pretty dedicated group of people who have a lot of sort of personal motivation for getting on this committee, and you see it at both the budget cutters versus the people who, you know, want to keep the budget as strong as possible. I see them as a very strong personality. So I see what you're saying, but I get that same kind of feeling from all other members of the committee as well, just that they're people with a lot of very strong personal views about how things should be done and looked at.
I don't think they put people on YouTube.
I don't know about that.
John, did you have?
I don't want to justify scrutiny of school board members putting disparaging videos on YouTube, and I'm not in Mr. Taylor's head. I can't be a complete judge of his character, but I'd like to remind you that he does still have a daughter in the school district who's in my grade. So I believe that he will have what's best in the district, for the district, in his mind.
Thank you. Further discussion? All those in favor? All those in opposition? For Al, Tom, myself, and Ed in favor. Ann, Krista, and Megan in opposition.